guys, thank you so much for taking the time to watch my video today. I hope that you're having a wonderful day, and I really appreciate you spending a few minutes of your time with me here on my channel. If you're new, I would love for you to subscribe. I try to upload every other day, so if you guys do have any video requests, make sure you let me know in the comments below. One of you guys actually requested this video, so I'm super excited to film it for you. I tried to find the comment so I could put your comment on the screen, but I could not find it. So I recently filmed my top 10 favorite drugstore makeup products for fall, and somebody said that I should film my top 10 favorite high-end products for fall and let you know which products I've been loving and which ones I think are worth it. So that is what I have for you guys today. I think a lot of these products would be really great for fall or winter, or if you are a fan of changing up your makeup seasonally, these would definitely work for this time of the year, but really you can wear them any time of year. So let's start with lip products, and don't forget to leave me a comment below with your favorite high-end products for fall or your favorite high-end products of the moment so I can check them out. So I love the Bite Beauty lipsticks. I think these are probably my favorite high-end lipstick formula because they are very hydrating, very moisturizing, but they don't slip around. I feel like I really haven't been wearing a lot of like traditional lipsticks because for me they tend to slide off, they tend to get all over the place, especially if I'm wearing like a dark or dramatic lip color. But I love these because they do stay in place. They are as long wearing as a regular lipstick could be without being drying or without feeling uncomfortable on the lips. I have 3 shades. I think that Pepper is my favorite because it's a great like go-to natural color, but if you are a fan of like a bright shade, Gazpacho is a great option because it's a gorgeous red, and I also love Beetroot for fall and winter because it's a little bit more deep and dramatic. So I love these. I think they are absolutely worth the money. They're gorgeous, and if you guys have any recommendations of shades that I should try, let me know in the comments below. So as much as I love those, I would have to say in general I'm more of a liquid lipstick fan, and I think that my favorite liquid lipstick is definitely the Smashbox Always On liquid lipstick. I've heard mixed reviews on these, but honestly I absolutely love them. I have a whole swatch video, so I will link it in the description box below, but these are a great option in general, but also for fall and winter because they're a little bit more hydrating than the typical liquid lipstick. So you apply these and they're not going to dry your lips out throughout the day, but they're also going to stay in place. I would say these probably stay in place for about 8 hours on me, so a typical work day, but I love these because they are a thinner consistency or a thinner formula, but at the same time they also cover the lips completely because they are very pigmented. So they're not as dry or as heavy feeling on the lips, which might be a great option for you if you're not typically a liquid lipstick fan. I currently have 6 shades. I did have a few more, but I did pass a few along to other people and just declutter a few that didn't really look great on me. So I have a beautiful light pink, which is perfect for like everyday wear, and then I love this dark red. This one's in the shade Misconduct. I think it's perfect for fall and winter because it's a dark dramatic red with a little bit of a berry undertone. Chill Zone is a super fun gray. If you are looking to step outside your comfort zone or try something a little bit different, this is a really beautiful option and I love it. So I have 2 blushes to share with you. My first favorite is the Benefit Box Powder Blush in the shade Bella Bamba. This definitely is perfect for all skin tones. I feel like it will look beautiful on you if you have super fair skin or even if you have super dark skin. It's just going to look gorgeous. It's a beautiful medium shimmery pink shade, and I think it's perfect for everyday wear. I've talked about this blush on my channel for so long. I know that you guys are probably sick of hearing about it, but honestly it's like my go-to blush really for any season, but I feel like in the fall and the winter I tend to reach for it more often. So this is the Tarte Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Blush in the shade Exposed. I love this. I love the formula because it honestly stays in place all day long. I feel like it's not super drying or super hydrating at the same time. It just kind of is a good formula that's not going to slide off your face if you have oily skin, and it's not going to enhance dryness if you have very dry skin. The color is beautiful. It would look beautiful on you no matter what your skin tone is. If you have fair skin, it's going to look more like a blush bronzer duo, and if you have darker skin, it's just going to give you a really subtle hint to your cheeks, like almost like a pink rosy tint. So I love this. It's just beautiful. I reach for it so super often and I can't get enough of it. So my favorite high-end foundation for fall is definitely the new Hourglass Vanish foundation. I haven't done a full review on this. I was thinking about doing an Hourglass versus Urban Decay All-Nighter because they're supposed to both be super full coverage foundations, but they have differences. But then I thought they weren't similar enough to do like a comparison, so I didn't do that video. But I love both of them for different reasons. But I chose this one for fall and winter because it is very hydrating. If you have dry skin, you are absolutely going to love this foundation because it glides on so seamlessly. It's super full coverage. It gives you a gorgeous gorgeous finish, and I can't get enough of it. I have oily skin and I still love it. I feel like the reason I don't reach for it on an everyday basis is because it kind of leaves you with a little bit of a hydrated finish, and I definitely want something a little bit more matte. But during the fall and the winter, when I do have like dry areas on my skin, I know I'm going to love this. I still reach for it all the time, and it's just a great foundation. I know people can be on the fence because you only get 1/4 of an ounce, which is not very much for the price, but honestly, since it is such a full coverage foundation, you're not going to use as much product as you would of like a typical foundation, and I really do find that to be true. I feel like a little bit goes a super long way, and it just blends so seamlessly and so beautifully onto the skin, and it's unlike any other foundation that I've really ever tried, and I think it's a great option. So as for concealer, this is not the one that I'm currently using right now because I just discovered the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, and I cannot get enough of it. But I do think that this is the best option for fall and winter. So this is the Too Faced Born This Way Naturally Radiant Concealer, and I actually used it most of the summer, but I feel like it would be perfect for fall and winter because, again, it's super hydrating. If you struggle with dryness, especially under the eyes, I feel like you need to try this. You will absolutely love it. It's probably more of like a medium coverage concealer, so it's not incredibly like heavy duty, but it gives you enough coverage and it gives you a really brightened effect. It does have like coconut water in it, so if you are sensitive to coconut, my husband hates coconut, like he swears he can smell it from like a mile away, then just keep that in mind. But other than that, I think it's a great option. I love foundation primers so much, and I especially love trying high-end foundation primers and seeing if they're worth the price, if they're worth the money, and I've discovered a lot of favorites, but I feel like my tried and true is the Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer. This is absolutely amazing. It honestly smooths your skin out so beautifully, so flawlessly. If you have fine lines or super obvious pores, you're going to love this because it doesn't necessarily fill them in and clog them as much as it kind of smooths over them and helps your foundation apply beautifully on top. I think this is great if you have dry areas on your skin because, again, it's going to smooth over them so they're not as noticeable, but it's also great if you have oily skin because it's going to help your foundation to just go on smoothly and wear off evenly. I think this is a great option for the fall and the winter, and I also love the Smashbox Primer Water. I like to use them together just to make the perfect like primer combination. It's a great option. So finishing up with eye products, I wanted to mention this one. I don't know if it's technically a high-end product, but the price is more in line with high-end prices, and it's not sold at the drugstore. So this is theBalm's Meet Matrimony Matte Eyeshadow Palette. You can find theBalm on their website, on Amazon. They're actually sold at Kohl's, so definitely check there if you're interested. But I usually get mine from HauteLook because they tend to be half off. They just had a sale, and this palette was on there for half off. So sign up for HauteLook if you're not already because it's a great way to get discounted makeup. I think this palette is so perfect for fall and winter, and honestly you could wear it all year round, but there's something about like the overall cool tones that kind of reminds me of fall makeup. It's a completely matte eyeshadow palette, so if you're a fan of mattes, this is a great option. The only shadow that I don't like in the entire palette is Matte Thomas, which is a really just like interesting pink shade for an eyeshadow. I generally wouldn't wear it, but I feel like some people might be able to wear it all over the lid as a base shadow, just depending on their skin tone. Other than that, I feel like all the shadows are perfect. They can be worn alone, or you can combine this with another palette, and it's just a great option for like every day, or if you want to kind of give yourself a smoky eye. There are some really gorgeous dark shadows in here that would work perfectly. My favorite eyeshadow primer in general is the Smashbox 24-Hour Photo Finish Shadow Primer, but it's so perfect for fall and winter because it's extremely hydrating. So if you struggle with dryness around your eyes at all, you are going to love this. Even if you have oily eyelids, it's a great option because it literally keeps your shadows locked in place all day long. I like this because it's not sticky or tacky like other primers. It's also not drying or overly thick. It's just really smooth. It's super, super hydrating. And I think that when you first apply it, you might think that your eyeshadows are going to slip and slide right off, which is what I thought when I first applied it, but I don't know how it does it, but it locks them into place. I usually do prefer to set it with an eyeshadow, so I'll take a color like this one and just apply it all over my lid after I apply the base. I just feel like the shadows go on a little bit more smoothly because it does create such a smooth surface, so I would recommend doing that, you know, if you are going to use it. But I love it so much. My last favorite isn't really necessarily like fall and winter specific, but I wanted to mention either an eyeliner or a mascara, and this one is definitely my favorite mascara as far as like high-end mascaras go. So this is the Smashbox X-Rated, and I've been using it for months. Ever since I first tried it, I fell in love with it. I have the shortest eyelashes in the entire world, so if I'm not wearing false lashes, I need something that's going to give me volume and length, and it can be hard to find that. I can usually find one that gives me length or one that gives me volume, but not one that does both, and this is just all around a great mascara because it gives my lashes volume, it makes them super long, it separates them, it curls them, and I just love it. I have no complaints about it. The wand is great because it doesn't bother my eyes. I'm not a fan of those super hard plastic wands because they just irritate my eyes. This one is soft, the bristles are great because they grab onto every individual lash, and it's also great for the bottom lashes, so I don't have to use a separate mascara for my bottom lashes. I don't know if you guys do that, but I feel like sometimes I find a good mascara for like my top lashes, and then I'll have to get a completely different one for my bottom lashes. I love this one because I can do all my lashes with just this mascara. So those are all of my high-end recommendations for fall and winter. I hope this video was helpful. If you guys liked it, I will definitely continue to keep doing like top 10 drugstore and top 10 high-end when the seasons change, because I feel like I like to change my makeup when the seasons change. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any recommendations, let me know in the comments below so I can make sure I check them out, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.